G'day team, and welcome back to yet again another financial modelling video. We're going to continue looking at different ways of minimising our interest paid on the loan and different factors they may sort of affect this. So one of the ways, we're going to look at two ways today. One of the ways is changing the interest rates, which is something that happens quite often. So often you have a variable rate, which means the rate will change. Most of the time it goes up, sometimes it does go down. Other ways you can do it is called refinancing the loan, which means you can change banks to a better home loan interest rate, all sorts of different things. So let's have a look at how this plays out. So we've got our friend Tim. Tim takes out a $200,000 loan at 5.2% interest, compounded monthly. Monthly repayments are set at $1,192.60 for 25 years. We're going to find the outstanding balance after 5 years. Then after 5 years, he changes banks to a bank with an interest rate of 5% compounded monthly. I'm going to find the new monthly repayment and then finally how much interest he saved by doing this. So let's go through. So find the outstanding balance after 5 years. So we know that we are trying to find the future value. So we'll put a question mark there. We've got 5 years times by 12, 5.2%. We've got a $200,000 loan. My PMT was minus 1192.60 and my PY and my CY are 12. So if I go through and calculate my future value, my outstanding debt after 5 years is approximately $177,721.07. So after 5 years, that's how much money I have left on my loan. Part B was the change in our interest rate. So that means my interest rate has become 5. And we want to work out my new PMT. Now, originally we said that the loan was for 25 years. We've now done 5 years before this point. So that means I have 20 years of my loan remaining, times by 12 months. My PV becomes my future value from the question before, so 177,721.07. Future value want to be 0, and we're still looking at 12 and 12. So my new monthly payment after changing banks is approximately $1,172.60. So $20 less than it was originally. And finally, part C or BII is how much interest is saved. So we've got the difference between our PMT times by the length of the loan and how many payments we've made in that time. So that means I've got 1192.60 minus 1172.60 times by the length of my loan, which is 25 years, times by 12 months. So 20 times by 25 times by 12 gives me $6,000 worth of interest saved. So that is one method that we can definitely use, refinancing the loan. Another method we can use is making a lump sum payment. Now, this lump sum can come in a range of different ways. It can come in the form of money, a bonus from work, a tax return, inheritance. And what you can do, you can put this money straight into a loan repayment to pay off a lump sum of your loan. What that does, it reduces the value of the account, which means you pay less interest. So let's have a look using our friend Matt. So Matt takes out a $175,000 loan at 6.7% per annum interest compounded monthly. The minimum repayments over 20 years are set at $1,325.44. We're going to calculate the remaining value of the loan after 3 years. At that point, he gets an inheritance of $10,000 and pays a lump sum payment. How long will it take to pay off the loan overall after the $10,000 is taken off? And then we're going to find the interest saved. So, value after 3 years. We want to find the future value. We're still rolling with months, and we've got 3 years times by 12 months. We've got 6.7%, and we have a $175,000 loan, and my payments was $1,325.44. So the future value of my loan at that point is $161,152.58. So that is the value of my account after 3 years. Now, we said after the 3 years he inherits $10,000 and pays a lump sum payment. So what we actually need to find is my new PV. Now that is my loan value after 3 years minus the $10,000. So that's going to give me $151,152.58. So that is going to be my new PV. So let's put that in now. So 152.58. We're looking at how long it now takes to pay off the remainder of the loan. The same payment per month, 1325.44. $0 left in the loan, 12 and 12. And we find N is approximately 182 months. So in total to pay off the loan, we've got 182 plus 3 times 12 from the 3 years prior. So we've got 218 months overall to pay off the loan. And that is our final answer there. Now, let's have a look at how much interest our friend Matt saved by doing this. So we need the total payments and how much it's going to cost before the lump sum. So originally it was going to take 20 years of 12 months and our PMT was 1325.44. We're going to subtract off the new time. So it now takes 218 months with the inheritance times by the same PMT. So 1325.44. And we find that our friend Matt saves a value of $29,159.68. So that is how much interest Matt saved overall by making this lump sum payment. Hopefully this helps and it's given you a bit of an idea of some strategies to minimize that interest, and we'll catch you in the next video.